out like I'm Dolph, I'm moving keys with a Glock. Gotta keep the trap clean, I'm pushing peas with a mop. We don't do the debit cards, all my pockets filled with knots.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the Beard Bros podcast. In the car. We haven't done a podcast in a minute. We're actually driving back home from cruises from Roswell, or we're going to cruises from Roswell. Make sure to like the video, subscribe. I just want to talk about a few sports things, and then what lately we've been doing, because I don't feel like we've talked about it at all since we first started. So I don't even think we have anything in here right now to show them. What we could do is my brother will pop up a few of the items that we got just this weekend that we have for sale. And you're thinking, well, what do you mean for sale? So if you guys watched this when we originally came back, like I think in March or so, we mentioned that we were gonna do the resale stuff. Dang, I don't want to hit one of those birds.
There's a vulture.
We're doing the reselling, and so we buy things and we resell them. It just depends on what it is. Nothing particular, not one single item, not a brand, not clothes or furniture. It's a multitude of things. And so we've been doing it for probably since August, September of last year.
Yeah.
So almost a full year now, almost like a good 8 months now or so. And we ought to say it's growing. We want to shout out all the people that have been watching our videos, especially our last video. I don't know, we'll have a link in the description, or go to our playlist. We have like 4 videos out now.
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5. And so, yeah, guys, I mean, we're doing it. We're reselling. We buy a bunch of stuff. We sell it. It's going really well. We appreciate the support. Whether you're watchers that buy, don't know. If you are, put it in the comments that you bought something. What did you buy? And, I don't know, can we put I'm pretty sure we can put a link to our eBay page, right?
I always do it.
Oh, okay. So there's a link down below for our eBay page. We do Mercari, we do Facebook, but it is just cross-platform. So essentially whatever you find on eBay is what's going to be on Mercari or whatever. So that's probably the easiest way to do it. Also, if you guys ever have anything you're not sure about keeping or whatever, maybe shoot us a DM and say, hey, I got this stuff, don't really need it no more. Let us know. It could be clothes, it could be toys, it could be golf stuff, it could be any and everything.
Video games.
It doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you have that maybe you just don't want anymore, and you're cool with giving it to us at a good price, then cool, we'll do it like that. But yeah, we're doing all that. We appreciate the support. It's been, a grind for the both of us, learning, a bunch of stuff. I mean, to me, the hardest part for me was learning how to ship
Big
things.
ass deer.
Where? Oh.
Damn. It's not even a big deer.
It's just a doe. I don't know. A little doe, but that would have still messed up my car. And so, yeah, guys, okay, look, I want to ask you this question. For you personally, what's been the best thing about it, and what's been the worst thing about doing all of this?
I think the best thing is just the thrill of what we find, like the unknowingness of like what we're gonna get is what's lit. But the worst part, I don't know. There's not really a bad part. I don't know.
Is that your phone or my phone?
My phone. Oh, it is mine.
No, it's my phone.
Mine too.
Oh, for real? Oh, armed? Okay, so...
The bad part, I don't know. There was really not a real bad. I guess having to pay up kind of sucks. Like if we go to a garage garage sales and they're not budging and you really want that item, it's like, fuck, now I gotta pay up a little bit.
That does suck a little bit but ultimately, we all know, like, we're still getting a good deal. It just sucks because it's like, I don't know. Not that we don't expect free. No one expects free, but I guess
whenever you go to one sale and you get a really good deal, you get like babied. You want that same deal everywhere. That shit sucks.
Well, I also feel like when you go to yard sales, let's just be 100% honest here. If you're the one having the yard sale, I'm under the impression you're ready to get rid of stuff. Like, that's what a yard sale's, I think, the definition is I just want this stuff out of my house. I have no need for it, no want for it. It's clutter or junk or whatever you may define it as being. So to me, I'm thinking, yeah, I know I'm going to pay for it. You're not going to just give it to me. So you have a price and I have a price as well. And I don't know. It just sucks to not know. I wish it flipped that way, but then if it did that and then it did this, I wouldn't like it either. So anyways, so I'm under the impression that you want to sell this stuff. But when I walk up with the camera on my chest, and obviously I'm interested in this, and this, I feel like the price gets altered a little bit. It's like, oh, well, this guy has money. He does YouTube. He's gonna make way more money no matter what the price. And there's a little bit of truth to that. Like, yeah, I am gonna make some money. Am I gonna get rich? No, we're not. I don't think there's an item yet that we've run into that's like, yeah, that's the money maker. Like, we're done. Like, we're not done that. Like,
yeah, that we would have to be buying cars at that point.
Yeah, and even then, cars aren't gonna do it. Like, we could not sell one item right now that's gonna help us be chilling for the rest of the year. Like, even the cat painting, and if you haven't seen it, go back to the last couple videos. You'll see what we're talking about. You'll be laughing as well.
Shout out my boy Pro Picker.
Yeah, so it's just like, I get you want compensation for your item, but also you have to think of it this way. The lack of effort that you want to put in to make the money that you think we're going to make. So say you have an item that's worth, to me, I could probably, let's say, flip it for $50 on eBay, Mercari, Facebook, wherever I'm posting it. $50, and you want to sell it to me for $20 because you paid $35 for it. You want to sell it to me for $20. But you only want to sell it to me for $20 because you know I'm going to go make money off of it. So you're trying to get the most out of it as you can. But to me, you're trying to tell me that all you did was go buy it and now you're putting it out for sale. Whereas I have to buy it at a cheap cost. And then I have to go and store it because it's not going to sell right away. Nothing that we've really had. There's been a few items here and there where we post and it sells like within a week. But we've never, I don't know, have we ever had an item that sold like the very next day or the day of? I don't think so, have we?
I don't think so.
So we've never had anything that we posted that sold like next day or whatever. Same week, but not next day.
No.
So we have to, 1, store it. 2, we have to post and take pictures of it. And then 3, we're sitting on it for just as long as you've probably had it, you know, like it's not gonna sell right away. So that's what's a little sucky is when you think, oh well, dude, you're gonna make $50, I know what they go for or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but I had to put work into it for it to sell. Like, it's not gonna sell like you think it is. You don't have that ticket item.
Yeah, shit don't sell like hotcakes.
Yeah,
it's a lot of waiting and being patient and taking offers and
yeah, like it's and then on top of that, that's just the front end of it. After it sells, we then have to kind of rush, make sure the items, being shipped properly and packaged properly, and make time out of our regular day, which we're not complaining, but it's a part of the process to go and ship it out. Like, we want to get it to you as fast as possible.
Yep.
So in order for that, we're trying to get it within the first day or two. Like, that's now, if it's the weekend, there's nothing you can do. We have to wait till Monday anyway.
Yeah, if you buy stuff on Friday, you're most likely going to get it shipped out on Monday.
Monday shipped out, not Saturday. It's just impossible. The post office and everything's closed. I don't know, maybe FedEx and UPS.
What do you call it? Opens on Saturday, but only for like 4 hours.
What?
The post office on Saturday.
Are you sure?
Yeah, from like 8 to 12 or something like
I don't know, dog. I'd have to check that because I don't think they're open on the weekends.
that. Yeah, I've asked.
Oh. Well, either way, I just am like, you have to take that into all the consideration. So after all of that, and obviously I'm not going to sit there and explain that to every person. And if it's just the price ain't right, I'm going to walk away. But I just like to give you guys a little bit of insight that it does take a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you got to think about this. When you first start on eBay, they only give you 12 spots to post, to even put anything up. They give you only 10, 12 spots. We were lucky enough that I already did eBay, so we had spots to be filled. So if you ever want to start, I
would say start small.
Yep, because you ain't gonna be able to post 200 items right away.
Yeah, and see, that's another grind. It's essentially like anything else. It's like doing YouTube. In order to put content out, you have to make content. I've said it 1,000 times to the 1,000 people I've given advice to. It's not even necessarily about the quality of your video at first. It's more about the consistency of your video. Like, if I can expect you every week on a Tuesday night to post, then that to me shows a lot of effort, dedication. It takes a lot. This is just that same thing. Every week we have to go out and find things and post things and take pictures and all that stuff. So we just thought we'd give you a little bit of an update on it, because to me, I think it's important to show our viewers the other side of everything. You guys get to see the pickings and how much things go for and what we paid for them and stuff, and that's great. I mean, I love sharing that part of it too. But on the other side, I just want those that do have yard sales to understand that you're allowed to ask whatever price you want, but don't think that you're gonna get that price every time, or that thing is actually worth what you're asking for.
Yeah.
Because I get it, you could have a set of golf clubs that somebody knows a lot about, and you would think, okay, well, these are worth $150 set or whatever, but it's okay, yeah, but they're used golf clubs, and I might be able to get $150 for them. You want $100 for them. I'm gonna have to store them and sit on them. I'm not giving you $100 to make $50. It's just, that's not. I'd have to get them for $50 to make $100. That'd be where I'm comfortable. I'm not trying to steal them from you, but at the same time, I'm gonna have to store them, pictures, all the other stuff I already said. So I guess the point of the story is, if you're having a yard sale, I would suggest be a little bit more reasonable about your prices.
Obviously, if you're selling a TV, we're not gonna expect you to sell it for fucking $20.
Yeah, if it's a 70-inch Sony or whatever, yeah, ask your $100, because it's probably worth, a couple. I mean, even then, TVs aren't even as expensive as they once used to be.
Yeah, I looked at the TV the other day. I was like, damn, this is only $300.
Yeah, it's really not that expensive. So it's just, like I said, if you're having a yard sale, cool, price it whatever you want. But my suggestion is two things. Either be really negotiable and reasonable with your prices, or pre-price everything and just be firm on your prices. Like if you have an item and you want $20, just stick with $20.
Yeah, because we went to one that we bought a whole lot of video games. She was $2 a piece. We bought the whole lot, and she still wasn't budging. She was just like, it's $2 a piece.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, we're buying. I honestly think we bought like $200 or $300 worth of video games, and she didn't budge on prices no matter how much we bought, which is cool because we already know we're getting a good deal. Just sometimes you think, well, the more I buy, probably the less the price will be. But hey, you know what? We're okay with paying up if it's worth paying up for. It's just more of the selected. Like if I'm going to buy one thing from you, and you're kind of, oh well, no, I'm gonna leave that thing, and now you're kind of stuck with it. Because I'm be honest, I'm probably the most likely to buy it, I would say, because who else is going to come in and try to buy it at your price?
Like, yeah, because there's some items at garage sales that people just overlook, and then we're like easy pickings, but then we ask for the price, they're like, oh, it's this price. We're like, fuck.
Yeah, it's just,
now I see why everybody passed it.
Yeah, it's just like, what happened here? But it happens, guys. I just want to kind of go down that rabbit hole of thank you for all our supporters and watchers and, you know, subscribers and stuff. We do appreciate that. Whether you're new or you're old, thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the content. We enjoy making the content, and we're just gonna keep doing it. That's our new thing. I don't know how much we'll do podcasting. I think it's a little bit on the back burner as much as we do enjoy doing it. I think we're probably more in the realm of, if you're ever in town and you want to do a podcast, hit us up and you come by and we'll throw down on a podcast. But this will probably be minuscule to a smaller scale, and we'll do it every now and then, but it's going to be less and less. It's probably going to be more of the thrifting and probably some more food reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed that food review. We enjoyed doing it. Yeah. So, anyways, let's jump subjects and stuff. Sports world, as you guys know, we're Lakers fans. So shout out the Lakers making the Western Conference Finals. For all you haters that thought the bubble was fake or rigged or didn't count, just like our Astros when they supposedly cheated and won the World Series, they justified themselves by winning the World Series last year. I think the Lakers are about to solidify why they won back in 2020.
I hope so.
I mean, I have no doubts about it. I don't think that the Lakers are a team anyone wants to play. I don't think they were a team anyone wanted to play before the playoffs. But even going into the playoffs, when they played Minnesota to get into the playoff, everyone was like, oh, well, they barely beat Minnesota. They're old. They're going to get tired. They just can't sustain it for too long. Well, I think okay, let me ask you, do you think they've wrote off all those people? Or do you think there's still...
Oh, there's still people hating.
Do you think it's majority people think that they can't do it all? Or do you think more people are leaning towards, well, damn, they're one of the... Would they put them at, like, the favorite to win it all?
No.
Who do you have that favorite?
It'd probably be the Celtics.
And then LA?
Nah, probably. Well, I'm going off of what people would think. I think the Lakers are the best.
No, yeah. I'm putting my thought in the minds of others.
Yeah, I think they'll go Celtics, Denver, Lakers, Heat.
So they have Heat last, Lakers second to last, and Denver and Boston as the favorite.
Two favorites, yeah.
Wow. No, but you're right.
I think that's how they would think.
I think right now there's more people coming to terms with the Lakers.
I think everybody that was hating from the first two rounds are just going to stay hating because...
There's no choice.
Yeah, there's no choice now. You
It's
already
like-
said what you said. Like,
You have to live by your word.
just eat the words and just be like, fuck it. The Lakers are going to win it all.
And that's
what I would say.
That's the thing. If I were a hater of another team, I would be like, yo, you know, they've shown that, you know what? Yeah, the fatigue is there, but they're able to manage it, you know, to a point of domination. Because if anybody's watching these games, they're looking at LA and saying, round one, what'd you do? You stole game 1, so you could kind of relax game 2. If you could steal game 2, cool. But it doesn't matter. You've already flipped the script and you got home court.
Yep.
Then you go home and what do? You defend home court because that's exactly what you did in game 1 was you flipped home court. So as long as you defend your home court, you're undefeated, never lost.
Yep.
And that's exactly what LA's done. And then in game 5, everyone's like, well, they keep getting blown out in game 5. But to them, they're like, it don't matter. You could win at home, bro. We don't have to win at your house. We're going to go back home where we're comfortable. Our bench is comfortable. Like, our fans are loyal.
Our fans are fucking crazy.
You're not beating us at home. So
out of the 4 teams left, the hardest places to play is going to be Miami and LA. Just because of all the fucking stars, all the celebrities, all the cameras.
yeah, it's just more of a hostile environment.
Yeah, you're just looking up. There's Kim Kardashian on one side. You look on the other side. There's Bad Bunny and fucking Kendall Jenner.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
got
Jesus, you see Snoop Dogg. You're like, what
Snoop
the
Dogg,
fuck?
Tyler the Creator,
Yeah, what
Jack
the fuck?
Nick. You got all these people coming out watching the game, and you're just like, damn, man, I got to perform in front of these guys. And maybe they don't give it much thought.
No, fuck no.
But you know Jordan Poole gives it thought.
Everybody does. They're like,
I
damn.
mean, Jordan Poole, what do they call him or whatever? Whenever there's like bitches on the
fuck,
side or whatever.
I don't know what they call them.
But he be seeking out the females on the sideline, trying to put up a good game and stuff, and he just couldn't put it together. I mean, Klay Thompson, he kind of did it to himself, but you know, he comes out saying he's gonna do it for Kobe, and he just laid an egg. And then, you know, Dylan Brooks called out LeBron, and it just ended up backfiring, and you know, all this other stuff. But needless to say, if I'm anybody right now, I'm putting my money down on LA right now. Like, how do you go against LeBron and AD when they're healthy? They've literally been the best team in the league.
Yeah.
Like, no one can beat them. Now, you could say, well, when they're hurt, and I'm like, yeah, it happens. That's a big-ass raindrop.
I thought that was a rock.
It was a big one. It's just one. Well, it's starting to rain, guys.
It looks like a jungle out here. How green it is. I've never seen Redoso this green.
Well,
I ain't never been to Redoso. Shit. Don't come right now. It's fucking raining.
Yeah, so to me, it's just like, how do you beat Anthony Davis? Say what you want. He's the best player in the league. Win healthy. Win healthy. As long as he's healthy, he's the best player in the league. LeBron, you can argue, oh, he's old and he's slow, and nonetheless, this last game when we needed him, he stepped up. We needed him to step up, and he stepped up. Almost got a triple-double. Put down 30 points. Now, Denver, on the other hand, everyone can say, well, Denver's number 1 seed, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's true. They are the number 1 seed, but we also know that when there's a team in the conference finals that's just like above and beyond the other team, they just seem to dominate. Like last year when it was Curry and them, you knew Dallas wasn't gonna win. The year before that, it was Phoenix versus, what did we say, the Clippers? We knew the Clippers didn't have a chance.
That's the first time they ever been in the conference finals.
Yeah, we knew the Clippers didn't have a chance. Whenever it was the Lakers versus Denver, we're like, Denver doesn't have a chance. Like, it's the Lakers, dog. Oh, that fucking camera, nigga. What's it called? That's how I feel right now. Like, everyone's gonna say, well, they were there when you were there. I'm like, yeah, but LeBron has that experience more than anybody.
Yeah, LeBron was his 5th. He might be considered a GOAT, dog. At 38 years old, doing what he's doing, there's no fucking player like that. Ever.
No, he's literally on the Tom Brady level right now.
Dead ass.
Like, nobody did what Tom Brady was doing.
It's like, I don't even like LeBron, but this fool's throwing 30 points up at 40 years old. Ain't no 40-year-old doing that.
Nobody.
Kobe did it, or Jordan did it. It's like,
yeah, like, how do you argue? I don't know, man. Like, you think about it, LeBron in his career, I wonder how many championships he's been to.
12.
He's been to 12 championships total.
I think so. I think he's 4-7. So what's that? 11?
11. He's 4-7.
Or 4-6.
He's been to 10.
I think the last one he was 3-6, and then he won, so he's 4-6.
So he's been to 10 championships and won 4. Which everyone's gonna say, well, that's, and I'll be the first to eat my words. I definitely did say that. I did say, you've been to 4, you don't get it done. But if I truthfully reflect on it, and if I'm honest with myself, think about how hard it is just to get to a championship. I think how hard it is to get to the conference championship. Cowboys haven't even got to the conference championship in almost 30 years. In 30 years, they haven't got to the conference championship. Let alone LeBron in his 20-year career has gone half of his career to the finals.
Yep. That was a fucking beast.
To the finals. Like, that's...
Yeah, you can think, like, Giannis won one, has never went back. Suns went, they never went back. It's like...
Toronto went that 1 year, won it, and not been nothing since.
He's been to the conference final 3 years out of, like,
But
4.
see, the Heat are different because I feel like Pat Riley has a grasp on their culture there. You brought LeBron in, you went to those championships, you brought... Eric Spoelstra's become a good coach. You traded for Jimmy Butler, and now you're legit. Like, Miami's a legit contender probably year in, year out for the most part, especially having that coach. And if you get him some players, he's going to coach them to at least a conference championship. But outside of that, man, it's just like you're not contending as much as LeBron is. Like, for the most part, if we can all admit right now, LeBron can't carry the team like he once did. He ain't doing what he did his rookie season.
Fuck no. There's no way.
It ain't happening.
That's why Kevon Looney came out and said this might be the greatest LeBron team the Warriors ever played.
Yeah, probably because it was not LeBron doing what he needed to do in order to win. Like, it wasn't LeBron putting up 40 a night, triple-double, making sure, we won every game, but just barely. It was Hashimura game 1 Memphis, Lonnie Walker Curry in game 2 or 3 of the Warriors series, Anthony Davis dominating most of the games.
LeBron's had one really good game, and it was game 6 against the Warriors.
Yeah, so when you have guys like that, I think we had D. Russ go off one game.
Yeah, he had like 35.
Yeah,
Reeves.
Austin Reeves has gone off a couple games. Like, when you have contributors, it's different now. LeBron knows I don't have to be that good.
But like a closeout game, you're going to see a different LeBron.
Like, LeBron knows I got to do it. He even said it. Like, I have the most experience to close out a game.
Ever in anybody's career. That motherfucker has the most experience.
Like, he's got to close out games.
And he knows how.
And he's doing it. And if you guys are denying him, I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of LeBron as far as, like...
I'm not a big fan
like,
of him.
he's... crybaby and all this other stuff. Yeah, that's for sure. I won't deny that. But one thing I can recognize is just game, and he's got game, man.
He's a fucking winner.
Yeah, he knows how to win. He knows how to do it at certain times, and he knows not to exhaust himself throughout the series and allow his guys to take over when they need to.
Yep, so if he makes another finals and wins it, we're gonna be like, holy shit, this guy is.
Do we say that? Do we say, yeah, he's...
I might put him up there.
Okay, let's be honest. Right now, you have to probably put him number 2. Like, who is he behind right now? Even minus another championship.
No one really.
No, you can't put anyone in front of him. The only argument is, do you jump Jordan? Is that it? That's the only last argument for LeBron.
Yeah, I think he has the scoring championships, or the scoring title. He has the assists. He has the rebounds. He has
playoff experience, championships.
He fucking has all the accolades you could think of.
MVPs,
Final MVPs, Defensive Players of the Year,
all NBA teams, all-star teams, just 3 different championships with 3 different teams. Like, and I'm not trying to make an argument right now that LeBron's the best, but it's so hard to say he's not.
He's fucking
It's like
good.
it's probably harder to say he's not than it is he is, because
That fucker's sick.
dude, he's no, like what do you say, like, oh well,
Like, what does he have to do to just make everybody say he's the greatest?
like they're gonna say, well, Jordan was undefeated. I'm like, yeah, that's true, but let's be real honest. Did Jordan ever once carry a team prior to having Scottie Pippen to a title? No. He was getting out beat by the Pistons, Orlando, all these teams before Pippen came. And you're going to say, well, LeBron didn't do shit before he went to Dwayne Wade and all of them. That's true. But he also carried his team to a championship. He went to the finals without any of them. Now, yeah, he didn't win it, but damn, boy, he had Delonte West, crackhead now. He had, who else did he have? I'm trying to think. Hughes.
Anderson Varejao.
Yeah, like he had some pretty doo-doo-esque.
Taj Gibson, I think, was on that team, too.
Taj Gibson, like, he had nobody, man. He had nobody worthy of saying, well, he had a team that was stacked. No, he did not have a team that was stacked. Like, he did not have a team that was worthy of being even in the championship.
For real.
So, he gets to, I think he only went to 1, right, before he left, or 2?
He went to 1.
So, he went to 1 championship before he left. He left, yeah, he got a couple. He had to learn, like, what it was and what it took. But let's be honest, even that team didn't end up winning a bunch of titles. So, it wasn't like it was super beneficial. Plus, he was not the first team to team up. That was Boston. Like, Boston's the one that teamed up. So, you can't argue that he went and teamed up. He just kind of seen what happened. It's like, well, in order for me to win, how am I supposed to beat guys that have 4 different all-stars? So, he goes and does that, gets his, comes back and makes, he rights his wrongs and wins a title in Cleveland. In Cleveland. Like, you know, Cleveland ain't getting nothing over there.
Any fucking sport, they all suck.
So then you get that, and then now he's in LA, and let's be honest, if him and AD are healthy, I stated this earlier, they're the best team in the league.
They're proving it right now.
They didn't get to play in LA during the bubble, so let's think about that. Since they've been in this playoff, they've played at home 6 times. This playoff, they played 6 times at home. Guess how many times they've lost? 0. They're undefeated in LA. Undefeated. They're 6-0 at home, and it's like,
Fuckers.
I have no doubt LA is going to win a title this year.
Yep, and LeBron's going to be the best. I'll admit it.
I think AD wins the MVP in the finals.
Oh, yeah. Either AD or Russ. I feel like those two.
Shoot, dog. Oh, what am I going? Oh, yeah, I'm going 50. Okay. I'm like, man, this was going to pull me over. But anyway, so I think I was getting pulled over right now on camera.
AD or Russ, I think, gets the MVP.
I don't think Russ. I think it's AD or LeBron. There's no one else going to get it. Unless someone just has, like, that run. Like, if Austin Reeves is popping 25 a game and just doing work, then yeah. But you know LeBron and AD are the 2 guys. No matter what. Russ is not getting... That one does not play defense.
You don't have to when you score 40 points.
Well, if your guy's putting off 40...
Nah, that never happens because AD's there.
I don't know. I just think it's inevitable.
And even if Boston don't have a good enough point guard to score, so they don't really matter.
Yeah, but they usually put Marcus Smart.
And then Miami don't have a good point guard. They have Kyle Lowry. So that fool don't have to play defense on either one of those.
That's true.
You can just sit there and fucking score all day. He's gonna be all fucking energetic all game.
Hopefully. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I definitely can respect his game. And at this point, I'm kind of on that wave of, if he won one more, I think I would jump Jordan in my book.
Oh, yeah.
At least for me, maybe nobody else. That's cool. You're entitled to your opinion. But for me personally, it's hard to argue that LeBron is not the best NBA player of all time.
Because, like, he have 5 and Jordan will have 6, but LeBron will have the all-time scoring champion. He's an all-time scoring champion right now. So that kind of, like, stumps the other champion.
Well, it's not even just that. Like, he has scoring, like you said, rebounds, assists.
All the points.
Probably the most minutes played.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone's been to more title games other than maybe Bill Russell. Because that's the argument. Everyone always says, oh, well, he has 6 titles. Bill Russell has 11, bro. He has 11 titles. But we don't even argue that he is not the best. So it can't be, oh, well, he's undefeated in the championship. Okay, I know guys that are undefeated in the championship too. I think Shaq's undefeated in the championship. He has 4 titles. He's not considered the greatest. So, oh no, he lost to the Pistons with the Lakers. There's got to be somebody that's undefeated in the champion that has like
Rory.
5.
Rob Rory.
Probably no. He lost with the Pistons too, with us.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there that's undefeated in the championship, and it is what it is. And so the way I look at it is, it's not how many he has. It's not that he's undefeated. It's just, I guess what, you guys grew up in the 90s and that's your argument, is that's who you were watching. Well, you're watching LeBron. So either your eyes are lying to you or you're lying to yourself.
If we're going off of championships, then that he might be the best champion, like finals champion, but basketball player, if you're not watching what LeBron James does, it's crazy. That fool literally scores, rebounds, assists. He's like top 5 in all the fucking categories. He's number 1 in one of them. He has the most points, rebounds, assists in the playoffs.
Yeah, I wish
he probably has the most fucking points in the finals.
I wish I knew the comparisons. Like,
well, LeBron probably fucking dumps him on all stats.
Like how many MVPs, regular season MVPs, does Jordan have compared to LeBron?
I think Jordan had 2 or 3.
And LeBron probably has like
4.
So he
5.
beats him there. Titles, yeah, he has more titles right now, but that don't matter.
Yeah, if you have more than 2 championships, you could be considered like up there with the best. Because even winning one's hard. Getting 2, 3, 4, that's where you're like, okay, motherfuckers don't even get 3, 4
chances.
Yeah, so
like some people don't even get to the championship. Like right now, Boston and Miami both have a chance to get back and win one, hopefully, because they didn't win one both of them the last time they were there. Like Miami was there a few years ago, lost to LA. Boston was there last year, lost to Golden State. So they both have a chance to redeem. Denver's never been there, so
they're out of the loop. I think they don't even have a chance.
Yeah, because if I'm gonna make a prediction right now, I'm gonna predict right now, right this moment, that LA's gonna win either 4-0 or 4-1. That's my. I don't think it's gonna be close.
As long as no one gets hurt on the LA Lakers, I think we win 4-0.
Yeah, I don't think Denver has it. Everyone's saying, "Oh, they're the number 1 seed." Yeah, it's cool. We've seen how number 1 seeds in the NFL work out. They don't. This year was the exception. You had Eagles and Chiefs, but more times than none, number 1 seed don't matter.
Nope.
It does not matter. It will never matter. It's like MVPs. We were talking about this last night. The last 4 MVPs were, this year was Embiid, Jokic the 2 years before that, and then Giannis. All of those people that won the MVP that year did not make at least a conference championship. Embiid just lost. Last year, Jokic didn't get to the conference championship. It was the Warriors and Suns, I think. No, it was Warriors and Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
And then the year before that, it was
Clippers and Suns,
which was the year Jokic won. The year Denver went to the conference finals, it was Giannis, and they didn't make it it was Boston versus Miami. So even being MVP doesn't matter. So that's just our argument is it does not matter what you do during the regular season. It's what you do in the playoffs. And LeBron's been to the finals 10 times.
That fool's fucking goated.
10 times in the finals.
So he's gonna win another one with the Lakers. We're gonna be like, damn, this was 2 with the Lakers, 2 with the Heat, 1 with the Cleveland Cavaliers, where nobody in Cleveland ever wins. No sport
ever wins in Cleveland.
So we already got to put that on a pedestal. Like, damn, this fucking really just did that.
Yeah, because if you compare the Cleveland professional teams, like, I don't think any of them since LeBron did it or before LeBron did it had won a championship since like 50 years and stuff.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
So LeBron just did something that no one had done in forever.
Yeah.
And so to me, I'm just kind of like I said, I'm just at that point. If he does it, if he doesn't do it, then I'm just going to keep Jordan there. But if he does it, I think in my books, LeBron has finally made it to the top.
He has all the accolades, bro. He has everything you could think more than Jordan. Like, if you're saying best basketball player, this fool is the best basketball player. He has the stats to prove it. If you're going to go off of numbers, if we're going to go off of 6 championships, okay, he beats him by 2 right now, currently. Possibly 1. But then Jordan's like 6th all-time on scoring. LeBron beats him. LeBron's like 6th all-time in assists. Jordan's like 30th. And then rebounds, LeBron's fucking probably top 5 again. And I don't think Jordan's even in the top 50.
That's true.
It's like, bro, how are you fucking gonna compare LeBron and Jordan? And LeBron has.
And I know what I feel like I know what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, well, LeBron played in a softer era where it was easier to get to the championship. Are you literally saying that it's easy to win titles?
It's easy. You're telling me it's easier because people can score more now?
But it's not easier whenever you have Klay Thompson and Curry and Draymond going for 4 titles in the last 10 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that's 4 different titles you don't even get to win. And then it's like, come on, man, like it's not like he's reigning for 20 years. Giannis is up there. Luka's now in the league. Like all the people he had, Kobe at one point, the Boston Celtics at one point, San Antonio was there for a good while. Dirk Nowitzki got his, KD, Westbrook, and Harden at one point. Like the Clippers at one point. I mean, I know they never made it to the conference title, but man, that was a pretty good team at some point. You have all these teams that were legit, and LeBron has been able to be one of the best teams during that entire span. I don't know. He's pretty goated. All right, last subject. I'm just curious because I have my thoughts on it. You guys have probably seen Memphis Grizzlies and John Morant. They had an incident about 2 or 3 months ago where he was in a strip club. Whether I don't know if it was a real gun or a fake gun. That's what they're saying right now. But regardless, he had a pistol in the club and he was showing it off on Instagram Live. Obviously people screen record, whatever, and he got caught up. They suspended him for like 8 games, and he didn't really have to go to whatever counseling, rehab, whatever he chose to. And he came back, and you see what happened against the Lakers, whatever. Well, like I said, not 2 to 3 months ago that happened, and just this past week he gets caught up again, not even on his own live stream, but on some random ass dude's live stream, holding up a gun again. Middle of the day. What the hell are you doing? So, what's your thoughts? What's your impression? What do you think when you think of John Morant right now?
Well, the face of the fucking franchise. Could be the face of the NBA. He's so fucking good. But he's dumb. He's a fucking dumbass. And Gilbert Arenas all the motherfuckers came out to that. They expect no less than 25 games. If he doesn't get suspended for less than 25 games, the NBA loves this guy so fucking much. And they're like, he's not going to lose his Jordan deal. They fucking barely made his shoe. They're not going to take that off the fucking shelf. He's good there. He's but 25 games, and he said he wouldn't be surprised if it was 81 or 81 games. What they play, right? 82.
82.
If he suspended the whole 82 and playoffs, they make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching Jalen Rose because he was the guy that ended up interviewing him when he first came back from all of that. And, you know, he was just coming out and trying to support him still, saying, like, you're still young, man. You know, thank God they weren't filming me whenever I was in the league and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, but Stephen A. and Wilbon both came out and they were kind of talking about, you know, what are you doing, like, outside of basketball? Like, what are your extracurricular activities? Because from afar, it just looks like you're with the wrong crowd. And we can all blame it on age or whatever, but at some point, we have to look at it this way: is if it didn't change the first time, because obviously you got to think Adam Silver, the commissioner of the league, came and probably talked to him and said, hey man, this can't happen again. Like, at the end of the day, anyone can say whatever they want, support him however, but I truthfully believe when it comes to the shield for the NFL, the NBA logo, NHL logo, WNBA logo, well, maybe with the exception of I don't know. Well, we're not even going to go that route. But nonetheless, with the logos, that stands above and beyond any player, any coach, any GM, anything. It's unacceptable. Look at what's his name? Who is it? Dan Snyder from the Washington.
Fuck Dan Snyder.
From Washington.
Yeah.
So he just got let go. The NFL's been trying to get him out for a minute. They're like, you ain't gonna be a part of our league no more.
Yep.
Like, what was the guy from
Miami?
The Clippers? Ballmer or whatever.
Oh, that's the new owner.
Oh no, but the old owner that was being racist.
Yeah.
Okay, got him out. There is no exception for misbehavior on any account. This is one of those things right now that I know he's got a shoe deal. I know he's potentially got the max deal from Memphis right now lingering out there. But Stephen A. said, you know what, man, if he couldn't do it the first time he was told, I don't know if he'll ever change. And they expect also a 20-plus game suspension from the NFL. Like, that's their thought is.
From the NFL? They're going to suspend him from the NFL, too?
From the NBA.
Yeah, that nigga can't go to no games.
The NBA is going to suspend him for at least 20-some-odd games. I expect a full year. I expect him to have a full year. I expect him to actually get in some kind of trouble during that year of suspension. I'm not wishing it on him. It's not like I know something. But something that I do know is when you give somebody so much downtime to do absolutely nothing, that it's actually more detrimental to your well-being than it is if you were still a part of that something. Because at least when he's in the NBA, he's kind of distracted with having to be at practice and having to participate in travel and games and all this other stuff. He's going to have a full year to do absolutely nothing. He's not going to be able to be at the facility. You know, he's not going to be at games. He's not going to be doing anything. So what is he going to do? He's got to find something to take up his time, and it's going to be with these hoodlums, these gangsters, because he wants to be a wannabe gangster. And we talked about this, like, not even that many podcasts ago, that why do you want to be gangster? What significant value? What are you so afraid of that you're carrying a gun in the middle of the day? Who are you afraid of? Because that's my assumption is you're out there showing off a gun.
It's not even about having a gun; it's showing it off. Like,
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Because I know personally, people have concealed carry and they carry their guns, but they're not out flaunting it, showing it off, making it known that, hey, you fuck with us, I got a gap, boy. Like, don't do that. Don't mess with me. Like, that's my interpretation of it.
Yeah, it's cool. You can have a gun. I get it. You're famous. A lot of people are gonna fucking try to run up on you and take your change and shit. But damn, fool. Now they're not gonna run up, but they're just gonna shoot your ass and fucking take your change.
Yeah, because they're not gonna bother trying to beat you up or nothing.
Yeah,
They're
they're
gonna be
like, oh, this was a gun.
we need to blast him and get out.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, what? The problem is the only reason you're probably being looked at is because of who you're hanging out with.
Yeah. They say it all the time that the NBA is worse than the FBI. They fucking find out who you hang out with, who your friends are. Who was it that said that? It was an NFL player said that the NFL came out and told them that they watch everybody that they hang out with. They know what they do for a living. And that if they don't stop hanging out with those people, that they're going to be out the league. I can't remember who it was, but somebody said that. I think it was Mike Vick.
I mean, there's got to be some
Or
truth.
Deshaun Jackson, that's who it was.
I believe it because that's the thing. Why do you think, and that's another thing, is they were talking about his contract, about the 200 and whatever, 50 million that he's potentially going to get or whatever.
Yeah, he's guaranteed it.
And I'm like, dude, imagine that person with that kind of money. Imagine him. Like, imagine if, like, put it this way. Let's not think of him as an NBA player. Let's think of him as a regular person. Let's say we're driving right now and we see in this truck 4, individuals flashing a gun. We see them, they're all flashing a gun, probably smoking weed, whatever they're doing, right? Because I'm pretty sure they were blazing it or something. They had to have been. They're smoking weed, they're driving by, whatever. And then we find out that they have 200 million, like they just came up on $200 million. Do you think that they're gonna make the right decisions with $200 million?
Hell no.
So if we don't think some random people that we see doing those activities on, let's say we follow them on Instagram, maybe we're even friends like on Instagram with these people.
Motherfuckers don't even act right with $10,000.
That's what I'm saying. So if this person's already acting a fool with no money pretty much, what is he going to be like when he finally gets the bag?
Fucking idiot.
An idiot. We're trusting that he's going to make the right decision when you pay him? That's absurd to me.
Like, we've seen it in the history of sports. Look at Aaron Hernandez, another prime example of why not to hold guns. Because this fool fucking just killed somebody, then killed himself. And then who else has done dumb shit? Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, like I don't understand
dumb shit
that entire way of thinking. Like,
what's up, Kevin?
What are y'all thinking in that sense? So I don't know. When it comes to John Morant, to me personally, I think it's downhill from here. I know I thought there was potential. I thought maybe, but honestly, he's just one of those guys that you see. He's just gonna screw it all up. He's gonna screw it all up.
Yep, and we're gonna talk about him like it's basically the Derrick Rose effect. Besides getting injured, he's fucking it up for himself.
Yeah, pretty much right now it's one of those. Dang, he ended up being a bust.
Not because he sucked, because he was a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he was just an idiot. He couldn't get his stuff together. He had all his potential and wanted to hang around with the wrong crew.
Yep. Like I said last night, why can't he be like fucking Jason Tatum? This fucking Family Guy stays home. You don't fucking hear shit about Jason Tatum.
No, you don't.
He's the best player fucking right now. Other than probably Anthony Davis,
But you want to be out there acting, want to be gangster, want to be cool, want to be thug, want to be hood, want to be this guy that just, whatever. And you could do that, so be it. Be whoever you want to be, but don't cry whenever you're out of the league.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. To me, I think it's going to be a year.
I think so too.
That's my guess. A year, and then He'll probably come back for a little while if he makes it back, and then something else will happen. I hope not. I hope that he's capable of change. I hope he's capable of maturing. But
2 months. It's all it took was 2 months, and he did it again.
Took him 2 months.
Now he has a whole off season, and he's suspended from the team already, so he's not doing shit.
Well, you know he's going to be suspended for sure.
Yeah, the team already suspended him. Now the NBA is about.
Yeah, I think the NBA is taking it over. They're like, I'm sorry, Memphis, but we have to deal with this ourselves. This is our brand.
Yeah.
You're not the brand. Memphis ain't the brand. We're the brand. So the brand's gonna take care of the situation, and it's not gonna probably be pretty.
No, they're just going 82 games.
82. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're like, and you're gonna be ineligible for your max contract. Imagine that. I would try to take it much away from him, make an example of him. Because at the end of the day, even if you took away his contract and all that stuff and suspended him, if he could right his wrongs and become a better person, then I would say at that point he would be smart enough to know, well, I can still make $100 million. Like, I'm not gonna get the max deal, but if I do things right, I'm gonna still be wealthy. I can still do everything right. But
I think it's just the place he plays at Memphis. They just seem ghetto over there in Memphis.
maybe
I would definitely. It sucks for Memphis, but if he gets suspended and they take his contract, I'm like, yo, fuck Memphis. I'm trying to get out of here. Let me go to the Pelicans.
maybe I don't know. I don't know if it's that or what. I mean,
I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think he's easily influenced by whatever the fuck he's easily influenced by.
Well, I don't know who it was. Somebody I forgot who they mentioned. They were talking about somebody saying how intelligent he is, like on the court and all that stuff. Like he's super smart. And I'm like, yeah, you could be super smart. It makes it like even myself. I consider myself very intelligent, and yet there was a time in my life that I made dumbass decisions. I made decisions that were not healthy, not respectable, just outright irresponsible.
See, I was just a dumbass doing dumbass shit.
But that's what I'm saying is they're saying
a smart nigga doing dumb shit.
That's what they're saying is he's smart making dumb decisions, and I understand that. But there's got to be a point where you just finally grow up and say, you know, enough's enough, man.
Yeah, his dad seems like it's in his life. What the fuck, dude?
But he seems ghetto too.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Like, that's what I was thinking was, why would his parents not step in and say something? But look at his dad trying to fight Shannon Sharp and like all this obnoxious shit on the sideline. Like, what are you doing, bro? Of course he's probably in his ear like, screw the NBA, bro. Go chill with your homies. You know, go smoke a few and do whatever. You're in the off season now. You can do whatever you want. Ain't nobody watching you no more. Like, you were only in the spotlight because you were in the playoffs. Fucking enjoy your life a little bit. And look, done messed around and got caught up.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. What do you guys think about that whole situation? Do you think LeBron's the GOAT? Do you think Morant's probably done?
Morant's done. If y'all got any John Morant cards, I'll buy them.
Nah, that's done. I don't think he's coming. I'm telling you now. If I'm wrong, I'm cool. I'm cool with being wrong. But I'm going to say this. If he gets the full year, I will not doubt that at some point during that year, John Morant's name gets pulled up. And it's not because he's coming back and he's back to being ready. It's going to be like, this dude done messed up. He was with this group of people that did a drive-by or some shit. And someone spotted him out and now he's in jail or facing charges or something. So, prove me wrong, John Morant. But I've seen a lot of you motherfuckers that had so much potential and blew it all away because you wanted to hang out with the wrong people. And the people that you're hanging out won't consider themselves wrong people. They think they're the coolest, most thought out, whatever individuals it could be. They're smart, they're crafty, they're sneaky, all these things. But those all sound bad things. You need to get yourself around some people that know how to invest your money, become a better baller. Because let's be honest, man, you're acting all erratic whenever you're going up for a dunk or a layup. You need to calm that down a little bit. If you can fix those, go get in the gym, man. I know you got homies that are in the NBA.
I won't even tell you anything about the NBA. You're doing it right on the NBA court. You got that. It's just off the court. You can't stay on the court.
But what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying is, instead of putting your time into all this wannabe gangster stuff, why not be in the court with like Dame Lillard right now? Like, why aren't you chilling with like, I don't know, who else is out of the playoffs right now that you could kick it with that's young? Luka, Trey. Like, those guys are young. They're probably wanting to get their craft right. They know they're good, but they know they get better. Like, do you not see you could get better? Put your time into that. Take a trip to...
That's true. Why the fuck are you driving around with a gun when you can just... You should be in the off-season fucking training.
Training
or... lost in the first round where you said
not
you were
even
good
just training. Like, you could be traveling in Dubai, going watch UFC fights, like, doing all kinds of stuff, bro. Like, you be getting hooked up. But yeah, you be doing some bogus, dumb stuff.
Real.
Like, what are you're look, Trae Young was at the game the other night in LA. You're in the streets.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the guys that are like low key, it's like, why can't this fool be low key? Trae Young's low key. Like, obviously he wasn't gonna go to the Laker game. He just fucking lost to the Lakers. He's not going to the Laker game,
but you could at least go fucking chill at the. I mean, go to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Go watch a hockey game.
There's a lot of shit that fucking
like, you could do anything right now. Like, there's so much you could be doing.
I don't know why that would be fun to drive around flashing a gun. That doesn't seem very fun.
But that's what I'm saying. You know that there was shit going on in that situation. There's probably drugs in that car. There's obviously firearms. Like, dude, what are you doing? And like I said, it was the middle of the day that kind of got to me. Like, why are you doing that during the middle of the day?
Why are you doing it at all? It don't matter what time it was.
It's just weird. That's a weird flex for me.
Like, I don't get it. It's not like it was like a sick ass gun. It was just a regular ass fucking pistol.
Yep.
Like, maybe if you had like a fucking AK or AR, I'm like, oh, alright, that's cool. Because, like, obviously John Jones does. You see him on his Instagram all the time.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Like, you just gotta.
That feels dumb.
If that's what you're doing, those are your homies from back in the day or whatever, I get it, man, but come on, dude. Like, you gotta let that life go. You gotta live a better life, a different life, and just get your life together, man. I know it's gonna suck for a little while, but come on, dude. You have so much potential.
That feels dumb.
I don't know. Alright, guys. I think we've been going for about an hour or so, hopefully you enjoyed that road podcast. That's going to be probably the only video for the week, but we had Mother's Day and other stuff going on, so we'll get back to the normal whatever we're going to end up doing this week, and we'll catch you on that side. But make sure to like the video, subscribe. Until next time with the Beer Bros. Here's my dog, Cavi. Shout out, Bro Picker. Or no, that's Philly Flipper. Here's a shot of my dog Caviar. All right, later, guys.